Hey guys, how are you? I'm ready to start my live stream. I'm going to be doing a free yes and no, and my list is open as well. Hey, how are you? Hey guys, I'm starting out my live stream. I'm going to be doing free yes and no dice readings. And then if you want a love reading with future predictions or any kind of love or career, I have my love astrology and tarot in my shop. If you want to buy a reading for future predictions, and the full story. If you want a free mini reading, I have those open for you guys. And that is with dice. I'm doing dice tonight. Sometimes I do crystal ball. Hey, how are you? I'm letting the stream load just a little bit before I start my free yes and no. These are mini readings. These are free, and then if you want to buy a love reading with future predictions and the full story, you could do astrology or tarot, and those are $25 in the shop. So I'm going to get started. If you want to put your questions down, you can do that, and I will start the mini readings now. After I yawn. I think I have to yawn. Hang on. I hate yawning on camera. I hate having a stuck yawn. It is so annoying. I hate that. Okay, let's see. Hey guys, how are you? I'll repeat it. I'm going to start my free yes and no mini readings. These are with dice. If you want, you can put your questions down. So it's love, basically, is my focus is love. If you want to book an astrology or a tarot with future predictions and the full story, you could do so in my shop. If you want a free yes and no question, I'm doing mini readings. Okay, the mini readings are for love questions because that is my specialty. Is love. Okay, let's see. Liv, does Zachary actually have feelings for you? Hang on 1 minute. Stuck yawn again. I hate that. When you have to yawn and you don't yawn, I hate it. Okay, here we go. On Zachary. There is a connection. There is a connection. If he's overseas or has a difficulty traveling to where you are. So he might be within the same local region, but if there's any type of geographical strain or a difficulty with him and you seeing each other face to face, so it ends up being more digital space, the communication, this it does play a role. If he's able to see you a lot, I'm gonna check on the timing. 1 second, okay? Let me see something here for Zachary. Yeah, there's going to be some progress with your connection to him. Can you hear me? The lady that asked me about Zachary. Thank you for whatever that was, the red balloon. Okay, you could hear me. Okay, Liv. Okay. Yeah, give it a chance. You guys have a real connection. I see this progressing. There's really nothing for you to do. Whatever you've done at this point, just keep doing it. But I'm telling you that's a yes. Don't change your tune now. Just because you know it's a yes and I'm telling you things are going to progress naturally. Don't change. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm reading into the future, not right now. Remember, the hard part about yes and no with me when I do mini readings, I'm giving you the answer and you're going to see it unfold. People need, when they get readings, details, the story. Humans need a connection. Need to be able, these are on the fly. Take it or leave it. They sound cold. I'm going to tell you yes, I'm going to tell you this is going to happen, and people are like, what? And, that's it. Take it. That's it. If you want more detail from me, you want real story, you got to book a reading. But on the fly, I'm telling you, yes, it's going to intensify. Yes, you have a connection. But I also told you, don't change your tune. You start changing how you are with him, you're going to change things. Just stick to what you've been at this point. All right? Sierra, will you and Joe be in a relationship? It's very hard to read for someone when I have to yawn and it's freaking stuck. I can't stand it. I feel like I have to yawn and then I can't. I'd rather have a stuck sneeze. Will I just yawn already? This is annoying. Oh, forget it. I'm not going to yawn. Because I want to yawn and I'm not going to yawn. All right. Let me focus. Hang on 1 second. I was reading a question and then I interrupted it. I'm sorry. Sierra, right? No. Yeah, Sierra. Okay, you and Joel. Let's talk about Joel. Okay. Okay. This looks like there was, there's a little bit of the past here. There was something with someone that you worked with or something like that in the past. Yeah, anyway, that sounds like a deep story, but we're not going to get into that. It's in your past. It's a love interest that you were involved with. Or I should say person, not interest. Let's focus on Joel. Let me ask you something. Did you do anything spiritual to Joel? Anything spiritual, any magic? People hear me say the word magic and they're like, I don't do that. I didn't do anything like that. It was a cord. It was a candle. Yeah. I'm a magical practitioner. I pick up on that. I'm not trying to judge you or get into your business, honey. Okay? Give me a second. Okay. Straight up going to tell you right now. It's working. I know you hired somebody. It's working. He does like you. I do see things progressing. There's going to be a repercussion for it later. And you're just going to have to cross that bridge. You'll know it when you know it. Don't even worry about what I'm saying. You'll know it when you know it. The person that you went to, there's a fine print there. All right, that's the danger in some of the stuff that people do. But anyway, the relationship itself, yeah, I like it. I like the connection that he naturally had with you. You got to let things, this slowed it down. This slowed down the progress. Yeah. The answer is yes. He does have feelings. It's going to grow. It's working. You got to let it wait. It slowed it down within a 3-month halt. But yes, it's working, and yes, he's interested. Christina, will Joe continue cheating on you, or will he fix things? Okay, men cheat for different reasons. Many different reasons. I have a lot of male clients, and I can tell you not one has like a repeated reason. So if it depends on his problem, forget the psychic part, let's go to the logical part. If he is doing it, finding out why, which is why I offer a mind read in my shop. You know, people have a lot of opinions, but at the end of the day, when you're reading a person's mind, that's what's going to tell you what they really feel and why they do the things they do and what the reason is and what the problem is. Okay? I'm just going to check on the level of love that he has for you and call it a day on that, because you want an evaluation on why, because that would entail if it's fixed. You want an evaluation on your entire relationship. That takes a full reading. So I'm just going to check on the heart of the matter. Does he love you completely? One second, I'm evaluating this a minute. There's something. All right. There is genuine love for you. That is questionable because real love doesn't do that stupid shit. Okay? Bottom line, I don't care what you want to call it. But I guess in his brain, he does love you. In his fucked up reality, he does love you. Although that's not love. Okay? He's not going to stop. At all. It's a him problem. I just wanted to verify that. It bothered me, so I checked. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. You're wasting your time with him. All right, let's see. Okay, is Robert done with you? You're welcome. Would it help you to know that the woman that you know what happened is I cast for someone, but I felt like the person, Chrissy or whatever your name was, I felt like I should have said a little bit more, because usually I cut my thought and go right to the next person because I'm very detached when I do these. But I felt like there was something that I should have just told you. Are you still there? I'm sorry. I usually don't do that. I just finish what I say and I go to the next person. I didn't mean to overlay it. These are recorded, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it in case she ever goes back and listens to the replay. Although, wait, these are on TikTok. Shoot, I only put my paid readings on the other one, on YT. Okay, I'll say it anyway because somewhere I'll be able to post these somewhere. There's a situation where he's going to reel you back in, and it's going to be a very big tearjerker for you. Really do a number on you emotionally. And the woman that he's involved with now, there is going to be something that happens in the next, probably from here to the summer. There's one other female coming into the picture. And this other one that's coming in is really going to change things. Because of the lifestyle that she has. So I just wanted to tell you that. Now, I made a cast for someone new. And I want to, hang on a minute. Okay. I made a cast for someone new that I asked a question, and this is accurate, but I don't know who I'm reading for. So I can either just read it anyway, because I usually do that. I don't have to know about you or you. But I just want to make sure you're in the room. So I cast and I said your name and I read the question. Let me see if I could find who you are. 1 second. One of these. It wasn't you. It wasn't you. Who was it? Who was I reading for? It was after Chris. Who was it? I'll find it. Let's see. Was it, I read it. It would be in the recording because I would have read it. I read it out loud. I don't know. I'm going to read the answer and take what resonates, okay? Oh, yes, it was you. Yes, it was. Kay, it was you. I remember your goat in capital letters. Yes, it was you. Okay, I was going to say, I was just going to read it and take what resonates. Whoever it was in the room would identify with what I'm going to say. However, I don't see your original question. I don't know. I don't remember the word Robert. I'm trying to find your original question so that what I say. Okay, I can't find it. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to read you the answer, okay? Whatever it was. It'll make sense in a weird way, even though I talk kind of weird, but there's nothing wrong with me. I don't, it's just that I tend to talk a little cryptic when I'm reading. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, so it starts off with the female ready to make plans to go in a new direction, but the plans aren't made yet. This was sparked by something 2.5 months ago where something in the work or career area of life was questioned. Like, should I keep doing this? Should I go in this direction? So it's almost like the love was besides the career choice. This also hints to something that occurred maybe 6 months ago, 6 to 8 months ago in 2025 with love. It was a problem. It could have been a breakup. It could have been a drama that happened. There was a lot of issues here. And a person trying to separate the problem from the solution and trying to put their foot down. So this was like a struggle emotionally. And I see that the love interest that you're asking about, maybe that's the Robert guy. I don't know, because you said Robert, so maybe that's him. I see that the love interest that you're asking about is very confused, and I don't see things. I see you moving faster than the love connection. So like if love was a car on the road and the rest of your life goals was a car on the road, the one in your life goals is moving faster than the one in the love. So that means that timing and choices can shift this love from growing. So you're in a hurry, it seems. Let me see something. The hard part to hear is that the answer I have for you is a bit rough, but there's also a silver lining to it, okay? The answer that I have for you is that the person that you're asking about is not really in love with you. I'm not saying that there wasn't moments where it seemed real. I obviously people have some kind of history or they wouldn't progress. Obviously you had something, but it wasn't strong enough. I see that the best thing for you to do, and it's going to happen anyway, is for you to focus in a new direction, and you will find a real love connection in 2026. Focus on whatever else you were doing. You know in your own intuition, your own gut feeling that the connection with this person is not worth it. It's just maybe hard to hear. But anyway, there's nothing for you to do. It's going to happen anyway. You're going to get tired and cut the connection, go in a new direction. You'll know eventually. Well, you already know, but sometimes people doubt, and then their intuition and their heart has an argument with their head. You already know the love is not there. The effort and the behavior he has to have for you is not there. So just live your life. I see you going in a new direction anyway, and you will be finding a new love, but not soon, in the right time soon. Okay. The next question, if you guys want a love reading, I'm a love specialist. I have 30 years of experience, so I'm an astrologer, a psychic medium, tarotist. If you want tarot or astrology and you want predictions for the future, a mind read, or anything detailed with time, you can book a reading with me through my shop. They start at $25. If you want free yes and no, I will answer it they're short and choppy. They're right to the punch. They're not full of detail too much. I try to add some detail, but they don't substitute long-term prediction. They stop at what's focused on right now time. Okay, Malat is asking, does Nathaniel like you yesterday? What? Okay, there's a grammar thing, so that means you might speak a foreign language. Okay, so I think you're asking, did he like you? The impression, right? The impression. No, ma'am. Absolutely. No. No. Unfortunately. No. He's gone. That's okay. You know what? Why waste your time with somebody who didn't want to be in your life anyway, right? Thank God. He made it easy for you. Bye. Welcome the person that's supposed to be there. That way you don't waste your time. Okay, let's see. Out with the old, in with the new, right? Okay, let's see. Evil, JC, and you reconcile. I hate letters, but JC is a nickname, so that's fine. I'll ask with JC. Yes, but this seems to me like a love you've had for him for a long time. Has he been a long crush? Somebody you've crushed on for a long time? Anyway, moving on. Yeah, you're going to reconcile, but there's a twist. There's a twist. There's something that's going to be changing in his life that comes from work and environment. Okay. I don't want to be harsh, okay, or sound rude to you or disrespectful. I'm very direct when I speak. You have been being strung along by him. So he likes to go to the bakery with you and you're waiting for him to love you. That's how the cookie crumbles here. He's not into the way he needs to be. And you've been waiting for a long freaking time for this man and he can't get it right. Okay. Yeah, you're going to reconcile, but there's going to be something in his life that's changed and it comes from job or career. That means you're going to have an interruption in the pattern that you've been used to with him. So let's say you speak 3 days a week. Just an example. I'm just making that up to give you an example. Now you would be 1 time a week. So there's going to be something that disrupts in the next 2 or 3 months that disrupts his schedule because I see a change in his life coming up. And his focus is different and you might notice a change in the way he speaks. He might be more edgy. He might be a little bit harder when he speaks, maybe a little bit hurtful when he says certain things. That's the answer. I think you're wasting your time, sweetheart. But yeah, you will reconcile if you call that reconcile. You will speak and he will give you affections. That's not really the direction you should be in. Okay, Cassie, will Ronan be your boyfriend? Hey, B, how are you? Oh, wait. I had to yawn and now I feel, hang on. I still have a stuck yawn. I hate that shit. It's as annoying as a stuck sneeze. Okay, Cassie, will Ronan be your boyfriend? Sorry. All right. I'm not going to make a head puzzle out of this, so I'm just going to deliver it straight. You're asking about Ronan. There's a problem with this connection. Okay, you're ready to fall in love and focus on love, growing with him and everything, and I'm telling you that there's a problem in this man's life. And it has to do with his shady choices. I'm not talking about anything amorous. I'm talking about other things, okay? There will be some progress with him, but you will understand a lot more about his shadiness the more you get involved, and that will be a deal breaker, all right? That's as clean as I can say it on this platform. That's why when I do paid readings, I travel to letter Y, letter T that you can't say on here. Remember, this is hyper-censored, this place. All right, Cassandra, thank you. Patty, is Chris ready to end your situation? There's a yawn. No, it got interrupted. Gosh darn it. I can't yawn tonight. Ah! All right. I know you guys are asking serious questions, and I'm not joking or anything. I take every question seriously with respect, but I'm annoyed, you know? Okay. Hang on. I'm not trying to get into your business, but are you married, Patty? Are you committed or anything under the term married? Committed, involved with someone that has an attachment? So you're married, but you're having, so legally you are married. On a piece of paper in the courts, are you still married? Even though between both of you there is issues where you have separated? Okay. Yeah, because I'm picking up on a marriage. That's why I'm asking. So I didn't mean to butt into your situation, okay? I'm sorry I asked you that. It's just I saw marriage. So that is something that is stressing him. At the end of the day, maybe to you, in your mind, you have severed the tie, and for you, you're free with your life, and your energy and your choices are you, and that is for you. You're free with your life, and your energy and your choices are you, and that is over there, and you're over there, and it has nothing to do with you, and you're done. And in your mind and in your heart, you have compartmentalized your connections. For him, he's going compartmentalized your connections. For him, he's going toward a desire, and he's going towards something he wants, but there's something stopping him that's rubbing him the wrong way. So he's having a very difficult time with the situation, despite what he has said. The way he feels when he drives home after smoochies, or he feels with, or the way that he has expressed something around the holidays to loved ones. There's something that to him feels unfair to loved ones. There's something that to him feels uncomfortable. Like a fear that he might get punished, like karma will bite him in the ass. Like there's something where he feels not right with it. Karma will bite him in the ass. Like there's something where he feels not right with it. And this is part of, so I do see a distance that's forming. I also see that he does want something. So here's something that maybe he hasn't conveyed to you. Maybe he has, but I'm picking up on it. Maybe it's something you could talk to him about, because it is something that's very prominent here. And this is him feeling like, by him seeing you belong to someone, at least in some way, the way he sees it. There's your angle and there's his angle. Let's focus on his angle. The way that he sees that someone lost you but still has you, because a man looks at that differently, even though they can love detached, if you know they have that capability, but they also internalize things with partnerships and things like that differently. And the way he sees it is, he's gotten somewhat of an inspiration to have someone stable. Okay. But he's still But this is not about him. This is about you. He could have a wife here, a wife in another country, and 3 girlfriends. It's the way that he feels about you in your situation. It has to do with a male brain. You'd have to ask men, around you. The only reason I know is because I've read for so many years. I get to learn from how they think. But no, seriously, it's not about him. It's about how he feels with you in your situation. This is what this is about. So there is a pulling back for now. It's not completely severed, but he is looking to find someone he can start something with. Or no, let me put it this way. He's wanting to find someone new as a lover that he can start something with that doesn't have a marriage. He's okay with breaking his. He's not okay with breaking yours, even though you tell him he didn't break it. He feels that he's not okay with it. That is there. Believe it or don't believe it. That's what's there. Now let me check on something else. I don't think he's going to revive it. I think that he's in the process of finding someone new to be a lover with so that he can get relief from what he's looking for. What I'm telling you, maybe is bothering you, maybe it's pissing you off, maybe it's upsetting you, I can't help that. I'm here to tell you what I'm reading on him, okay? And I'm telling you that the complexity about how he feels is pretty strong. And it's not something he's going to vocalize either. Does he have water in him? Does he have water in his big 3, if you are aware of astrology? Sun, moon, rising in water. If you don't understand what I'm asking, don't worry about it. It's not required to know any astrology. Don't worry. Okay, but sun, moon, rising. That would be his sun. So moon or rising. Any of his identities, his big 3. You can add a stellium if it's in his big 3. Does he have water? The Capricorn sun just in an affair just tells me that he's very smart about his assets. And the reason that he hasn't cut something completely is because it's because of his assets and what he would owe. So he's hyper concerned with what he's built to do and his assets and his retirement and his focus and his investments. And that's what that lets me know. But I'm looking for water. Okay, not a problem, not a problem. So to answer your question, the answer is he's looking for a new lover. And I see him gravitating towards separating the connection to you. I don't see him coming back as frequency and excitement and building upon and talking about more things. No, it's looking to, break away. Okay, and it's because of that. So if you were to finally be divorced, that'll be a different story for him. I'm not telling you to do that because I don't know your story and I don't know anything like that. Maybe it is, reconcilable. I only evaluate that as a love specialist when I'm reading on a couple. But your question was about the other guy, so that's what I'm answering you. The answer is no, the connection's being cut. All right, thank you so much. Okay, Olivia, will Noah and you date? Noah. I'm still trying to yawn. It's been like an hour and I haven't yawned yet. It's so annoying. Okay. Noah. There's an ex of yours showing up in the reading. It's not too big a deal. Oh, thank you, B. They're not too big a deal, but because they're in the past, but they're not completely over you. A lot of times it's not that they're not over you. A lot of times it's that they haven't been able to move on, and you were the last long-term connection they had, or at least intense connection. And sometimes that signature, if you're thought about a lot, will show up in your love energy when I read, okay? Because I do like a full evaluation. It's hard to explain. Anyway, just know that the ex shows up and they have issues with moving on. But I know you're asking about the other guy who's not completely in the picture yet, but unfortunately, I don't see a connection growing with him. The guy that you're asking about. Not at this time. I'm not saying there's no piqued interest. I'm saying that I just don't see that growing together with momentum the way that it has to be. So there's a timing issue. There's disruption here. I also see that you're going to change something in your life soon, whether it's job or location of living, or there's some change coming up in the next 3 months for you as well, but that doesn't mean anything with the love part. That's just something that's there. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, let's see. So hi guys, I'm a love astrologer. I'm a psychic medium tarotist. So if you want to book astrology or tarot for your love life to get future predictions and the full story, you can do so through my shop. They start at $25. Those are really good sized readings. If you want to participate in the free yes and no, I'm doing dice readings. These are really good to answer your question for this time, but there's a cutoff for future prediction in detail, and those are in paids. All right, let's see. Let's see. Jenny, does Asher have any feelings for you at all? No, but someone does. Someone does. If you have a lover or involved with somebody, or maybe talking to somebody or flirting with somebody, there's somebody invested in you, but not the guy that you're asking about. All right. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, guys, I answer love questions for newbies. If you've booked a reading with me before, you'd have to book one. I don't do this for free for nothing. So these are for people to get to know me as a reader. And that's about it. If not, I'd be doing this 5 hours a day for everyone for free. That's not, I'm a small business. You can book a reading or not, but I'm not going to sit answering free questions for people that have gotten readings from me. When it comes to questions about visas or anything else, I do love readings. That's what I do. If it's not a love question, you can book a career reading with me. And if it's anything else, go somewhere else, because my focus is love. All right, love, and I do some career. Many years ago, I used to do all kinds of different readings. I decided to specialize in love, and that's what I do, and I've been doing that for a long time. So that's what I do. Okay. But it's 12:21 over here, and in 2 minutes, I do have an appointment with a client. I will be back. If you want to book, you can do so. I will be back. I have to go. I have to do a private reading.